We're live here, episode 2 of Nothing's Offside. I got Silky back with me. We're pleased to be joined by the young buck himself, Silky Smooth, the pride of Stevenson, British Columbia, Clarkson Golden Knight, next year's ECAC top D-man, Tate, the young buck Taylor. Tails, how you doing, fella?
Boys, I'm good. Just having a little chat with the fellas before bed here, and gonna have a good time tonight.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Tails, well, you know how much we love you. We're such big fans of your game. Known you for a long time, known the family for a long time. Let's start it off. How was the season this year? Give us your thoughts. Obviously coming up short against Cornell, it was a tough one. I thought you guys were gonna, go through there to the NCAA tourney. Just your quick thoughts on the season here.
I think it was an unbelievable season for us, to be honest with you. After last year, losing in the first round, the one game play-in, the boys turned around this year. Our captains did a great job with our culture, very welcoming to all the freshmen. So I think it was an unbelievable season, but lots to go, and we're gonna win it next year and go to the national tournament.
Attaboy. Well, just speaking on your leaders, obviously a couple guys leaving for the Dallas Stars, Tails leaving for the Dallas Stars, Martino. Just quick words, obviously, how close I am with your brother and obviously Silky as well. Just speak on what Trey, provided your team and just for you personally in your first year here.
Sorry, boys, it cut out. I think I heard you though. Like,
all good. I was just saying, obviously, how much Trey means to us. Personally for me, he's one of my best friends, and I just wanted you to, have the floor here and just speak on Trey, and obviously how proud we all are of him, signing with the Stars, and just what he provided you, going into your first year of college hockey.
Yeah, Trey is one of the best guys I've ever met. Consider him my best friend. He works his balls off every day, and he does it quietly. Does it when no one's looking. So he works his balls off. Goes in the gym, does extra, does the speed workouts, does the mobility every day, does his own mobility. Stays on the ice, one of the last guys every day. Just works, wants to do anything to get better, watches lots of hockey, asks questions to our coach, does video every day, 4 times a week. So he's one of those guys that always wants to get better, and unbelievable role model for me. I couldn't say anything bad about the guy. He's caring, loving, he's hard on you when he needs to be, and he's got a soft spot when he has to too. So he just puts balls to the wall for me this year going into my freshman season though. It was a little weird. Didn't really play much at the start of the year, and he told me just like chill, like you're gonna get your opportunity, like when you do, take it. And took me under his wing, did yoga with him every day, and just told me keep working. Got in the lineup, and he just helped me gain my confidence in my game, and I couldn't have asked for a better person to be here with me in my first year.
So you got a lot of guys who believed in you this year, and I just want to get your perspective on nobody believed in you more than you guys and David Shahi here financially. About the futures bet. Do you want to apologize to him live on the broadcast? Or what do you want to just talk about the support that Shahi gave you guys all season long here?
Honestly, man, so Shahi, I hadn't actually spoke to Shahi in probably, I don't know what it was, probably 6 years, and I knew Trey was hanging out with him and stuff, and we go out for like a little cocktail night when I'm home or whatever, and this fella comes by and is like, hey, I got this amount of money on you boys this season. I'm like, fuck yeah, you do. I come back and tell the boys, I'm like, hey, we gotta win the natty chip for the fella. Like, he can't be losing this money here. And I gotta say sorry. Like, I think we had the team.
I knew I believed in you boys, obviously Trey, and when Trey told me the young buck was fucking saddling up on the horse and he was gonna be there, I was like, you know what? Like, I want to be involved. I want to be a Golden Knight. Actually, you know what? Silky, hold on here.
Oh,
what am I wearing?
We got a surprise here.
Hey, ask him a quick question, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, so Tate, what would you say the biggest lesson was from your first year of college hockey? And what's your off season looking like? End of the school semester coming up. When you come home, how's it going to be different from your going into your first year, into your second year?
Yeah, so going into college hockey, I was expecting like I wanted to play right away. I wanted to do this. I want to do that. I had high expectations of myself, and I didn't play. I played 2 out of the first 7 games, and I was getting really frustrated, all mad about it. Was still working hard, everything like that, but I wanted it to be. I wanted to play right away, play lots of minutes right away, and somehow it worked. And to be honest with you, I'm so thankful for that because it made me a better hockey player. It made me grow as a player, and it helped me to become who I am right now and build character and stronger mentality like that. So yeah,
I'm gonna need one of those.
I'll switch one back. Yeah, it's strong. It made my mental side of the game stronger, and I actually don't think I would have had any other way looking back on it now. And so thankful. Next year coming in, I'm going back to Ian Gallagher's there. I'm going to train there in the summer. Hopefully get in with the pro group there and start training with my brother again and just keep looking up to him.
Love to hear it. Okay, if we know Tate, David, you got any more questions for Tate before we head into some topics here? I know he doesn't want to just talk about himself the whole pod. I think but you got any more questions for him?
No, just quick story time with Tate here. Obviously getting to see you at the winter break there for you boys. Me and Tails would talk, sometimes on the weekends, with Trey, we had FaceTime in and, you boys would be having a couple shakers after a couple big wins in the old ECAC. Just a couple home wins, boys have a good time on the Saturday night, whatever, right? Like Sunday nights, FaceTime in. I talked to the boys, Martino, some of these boys, some of the vets, and, we'd hash it out. I felt like I was a part of the locker room this year, Silky.
I don't know, a lot of locker rooms.
A lot of locker rooms, but especially this Golden Knight locker room, the great people at Potsdam, New York. Obviously I couldn't get up there this year. I let the boys down. But next year Young Buck's going to be there. I think between me and you and obviously the Young Buck here, I think we got to get out there for a live show next season.
Listen, my uncle, he lives by Cornell. We can make a family trip out of it.
Well, we don't like those fucking red losers over there.
We'll go into enemy territory.
Yeah.
We'll go into enemy territory. We're all Golden Knights.
Hey, this sweater's going to fit way nicer next year when I'm down to about, 10% body fat. I'm a little heavy these days, go Sharks hockey. But, seriously, Tate, I want to thank you. Obviously, I thank Trey. How good you guys have been to me, and then the whole Golden Knight family. They don't just hand these out. So they don't hand these out. I earned this. It was a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work on my end. I'm really proud of these boys. The season that they had. Bigger and better things next year. Best ECAC defenseman next year. Put your money on it. Call your parents. Ask for a loan. Go to payday. I don't care. Hammer the Golden Knights. Tate, just real quick, just growing up with you, just growing up around you guys. Obviously, I'm in between Ty and Trey's age and getting to know you growing up. What was it like growing up, in Steveston and Richmond and playing minor hockey around here? Obviously, you guys had a sick age group. You were always one of the top players. What was it like growing up around here and how was minor hockey?
Honestly, I think it was one of the best spots you could have grew up in my little era there with all the boys. We had some unbelievable players, played some great competitions, some guys signing in the National Hockey League from guys I know, guys I've played with. So I think having Yogi Svejkovsky and Derek Popke there growing up too was a big deal for us with the skill and the skating aspect of things, helping us with the hockey IQ. I think it was probably Seafair minor hockey. I believe was the spot to be in our era there.
For sure, I know running around Steveston. Any good stories growing up, just with the boys, with the fellas, with Trey? Any quick good stories that you got?
Yeah, I can think of one quickly here from the season. I think we're at it's a little shaker at the boys' house there, and
this season at Clarkson.
Yeah, it's at Clarkson there, and the boys hanging out, having a couple, and obviously some ladies there and stuff. And so me and my roommate's like my best buddy, Ty Brassington, Surrey, British Columbia native, actually, or
Ty Brassington. What position do you play?
He's a defenseman.
Give us his hockey DB here.
Lefty, 6'2", 195.
Good looking guy. You going a little 2-man with him?
Good looking cat. He's got a girl though. He's got a girl.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
One and a half. One of those really 1.5 men. It's like, he might be single, he might not be single, but you go on that 2-man. Next thing you know, hey, ECAC hockey, right? ECAC hockey.
That's ECAC hockey for you, right, Shahi? No, he set me up on a 2-man when we get back home here with his girl's best friend. So we'll see how that goes.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's actually his birthday tonight. So happy birthday, Brass!
Hey, Brass, happy birthday, fella!
Birthday,
From everybody
birthday.
here at Nothing's Offside, hey, cheers, fella!
Cheers,
Have a
happy
couple.
birthday.
Hey, cheers!
Cheers, boys.
There we go, boy. Yeah, keep that water, eh? Keep that water.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, the party's dying now a little bit, and you're hanging out, and he's yelling at me. He's taken out a table a couple weeks ago, and he goes, "Tater, take it out." And so I'm like, why not, right? Like, at this point, I'm pretty sure I was a sober assassin at this point, to be honest with you. But
Hey, this kid, a sober assassin. That's what we like to hear. ECAC 2025, 2026 Team Man of the Year. Hey, keep drinking the waters. Okay, continue on. Sorry to interrupt you.
All right, so he goes, take it out. So I get up there. Mind you, the party hadn't ended. It was still going, and I decided to take the table out.
Yeah.
Blast. Actually, one of the most fun things I've ever done. So a couple weeks ago, we're hanging out. Same thing. There's a wooden table this time, a little sturdier. So I thought it'd be a good idea to take it out again. Brass is in my ear. Take it out. Yeah. I try to go through it. My body doesn't go through it. I'm laying there, shoulder in shambles. I'm like, all right, whatever. They go up again. So I get up there. My feet's basically touching the roof at this point. I take out that table, and honestly, my body was hurting the next day. But it was pretty fun.
Team guy, eh? Silky team guy does anything for the boys. Hey, that's Stevenson Sharks hockey right there, right? The honorary Shark this year. Tails.
Hey, congrats to you, eh?
Thank you. I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you to say it. I didn't want to toot my own horn there. I don't want to pump my own tires, but I appreciate you saying that. It was a hard-fought season. Obviously, a lot of the boys that Paul, Zoo, we got it done this year.
California Cool.
Yeah, California Cool, Bryce Kemp. A lot of the boys, we got it done, not just for us, but for the entire community over here in Stevenson.
No, yeah, 100%. And I think being back here in Potsdam, obviously couldn't watch the game, but I was ecstatic to hear the next day when I texted you that you guys got the job done. Seeing it on Instagram and stuff like that, couldn't have asked for anything better for the Sharks there.
No, hey, obviously we're gonna have a float there at the old candidate parade down Stevenson. You're more than welcome to hop on. Hey, you're a champion as well, right? You were part of the squad. You sent that video in. Hey, we couldn't have gotten it done without that video that you sent in. That was a hell of a video. We appreciate you. The young buck himself. I don't know how many times Michael Gill came up to me and was like, hey, I don't know if we were going to win this game. We didn't know if we were going to win that clinching game. And then when you sent that video, young buck, holy fuck, were the boys buzzing. It was Buzz City, USA, in that bitch. It was crazy. Thank you so much, young buck. Obviously, hey, only one thing left to do, and that's for you to become a champion. I don't know if any of us are ever going to be. I think this boy, hey, Tyler, two-time horsey horseman. He's the two-time champion himself, king of Edmonton, Alberta, king of White Ave. Obviously, hey, I think what you boys need to do is, now that they got those the CHL, NCAA, everybody's happy, go lucky. Hey, I love you, CHL. You love me, NCAA, right? Like, hey, I think Horsey's got a couple years of eligibility. Hey, Clarkson Golden Knight.
We know the right guy.
Hey, wait. We'll talk about this off the record, but obviously, no, Tate, what are your off-season plans here? What are you going to be doing in the off-season? Do you have any fun trips coming up? What is this summer going to look like for you?
Yeah, so I actually just got thrown into the fire here. Obviously, with my brother signing a National League deal, he was supposed to go on a global trip, go over to Iceland, Sweden, and Denmark. But unfortunately, he had to sign a National League deal. Sucks for him. I get to go on the trip now, so No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I get to go on the trip now. Going on the Iceland, Sweden, Denmark trip there, and I think it's gonna be a blast. Got six of us going, and yeah, it's gonna be a fucking blast, to be honest with you. And then get back around May 30th, and I'm gonna start training with Gallagher there. I think I mentioned that earlier, but get back on the grind with Gally and see how that goes.
What's that group look like for the listeners at home? Like who, obviously, I have a sister who played at DHA. My brother played at DHA. I played at POE, so fuck me, I guess. But, obviously, there's a lot of good hockey players that come out of DHA, Silky, right? Like a lot of good hockey players come out at a DHA. What do those groups look like in the summer? Like who are you rubbing shoulders with? Who are the big dogs? Like let's hear it. Let's tell the people at home here.
All right, yeah. So there's some big dogs there for sure. Alex Tuck comes in the summer sometimes. There's obviously Brendan Gallagher, Ian's son there. Lance Boma's been there for years. Milan Lucic. So there's a really good pro group there. Oh, Bowen Byram's been there a couple years.
I think Smitty as well, Ty Smith.
Yeah, Ty Smith, Lucas Fejkoski there.
Swords, I think. Is Swords there?
Yes. Yeah, Swords was there. Yeah, I wasn't there last summer, but yeah, that pro group's pretty Trey and my oldest brother Ty are in that pro group there, and so it'd be pretty nice if I could train with those boys this year, or the semi pro group just under them. It would be a blast. So yeah, there's unbelievable players. I think your boy Thorpe's there now, actually.
Is Thorpe there?
Is he there?
Thorpe there? Yeah.
We were seeing him there a couple of years ago.
Quick Thorpe story. Obviously, Thorpe, Montreal Canadian. Silky, congratulations. But no, like Thorpe. Quick story time with Thorpe. I think May 2nd at the Buck is now going to be called Tyler Thorpe Day. Their Club Buck.
For the last one.
Yeah, May 2nd. Obviously, Young Buck would be great if you were there. I don't know if you can make it back. I think Ty will be there. Obviously, older brother. Tampa Bay Lightning draft pick. Silky.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Lightning draft pick. You got Trey, obviously. You got Tails signing with the Dallas Stars. We're all Canucks. You think you'll sign? We're all Canucks. We're not going to throw anything. We're not going to throw anything crazy at you. Obviously, hey, wherever that dough is, that's where I want my boy going. Right?
I know.
Pick up a couple tabs. Hey, old Shahi experience will now be the old Taylor. Hey, the Shahi experience brought to you by the Taylor's credit cards. Right? We'll make it work. We'll make it work. No, but seriously, Thorpe. I think Thorpe's gonna. It'd be really great. I think we need a bunch of these National League guys, and obviously Silky Smooth, Young Buck over here once he gets his NHL deal. Well, how great would it be if all these NHL guys, from the Stevenson, British Columbia area, they go and they say, they're like, you know what, Buck's dying. They buy buy the old Buccaneer in Stevenson, British Columbia. Fuck me, would that be great? Hey, hang the old Buck Shahi's Stevenson Sharks jersey up in the rafters, and so it'll be, we could turn that into something
emotional,
beautiful.
something emotional,
something
feels
beautiful.
going.
Yeah, we don't. Hey, obviously he's gonna be having waters all night, right?
That's true.
Water. Hey, this kid. Look at this kid. Hey, you think he needs to drink the old poison? No. He gets everything done. All the beautiful girls are always chasing down. Hey, Potsdam, New York. Every girl is like, hey, if I'm a dad in Potsdam, New York, I'm going old little Mary or little Julie being like, hey, you see old Taylor fucking going D to D on the back end, and and old Potsdam, yeah. Hey, bring him home, sweetheart. Bring him home, hey. Fuck me. All right, well, Silky, you got anything for the young buck?
No, listen, we all know he's going to be a great defenseman, not just in the future, but right now. Great defenseman,
great
even better guy.
Just going back to that real quick. Hey, young buck, just going back to I was hearing you talking about your season. I remember I was really early in the season when I got a FaceTime probably in September from Trey, and just so excited for him being the captain, getting that C on his jersey. And I remember him saying, he was like, I would go, how's the young buck? How is he? He goes, he's not playing as much as he wants to. And I was like, wow, you seen the kid play, right? Silky, you seen the kid play growing up. You seen the kid, like the pedigree, his former Surrey Eagle, right? former USHL defenseman, like, always produced or wherever he went. And I was like, I don't agree with what the coaching staff was doing. I respect the coaching staff so much over there in Potsdam. Great coaching staff, right? Like
Laval Rocket, former coach.
Former Laval Rocket,
Yeah.
right? Like hell of a coaching staff over there. You trust the process. That's what I told Trey. I was like, you know what? Me being also a Golden Knight here, I'm going to trust the process for the young buck. And I'm so happy that you trust the process. You got your opportunity. You never look back. He was a huge part of that team. He's going to be a huge part of that team next year. He's going to be the best defenseman in the ECAC. I'm going to keep on saying that till I'm fucking blue in the face. Right? I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy that you got your opportunity and you crushed it, fella. Everybody knows the success you're going to have going forward. But Silky, let's get into some topics here. Let's see what the young buck we go. Hey, we brought some credibility this time, right? We're not just two fucking assholes, yapping our mouths about Ivan Demidov. All right, let's go.
Not yet.
Let's talk about him, though. Let's talk about him after.
Okay, well, you mentioned you're going to be training with Gallagher. It's looking like there's a chance it could be a lot earlier than we hoped.
Fucking Nancy negative over here.
Listen, everyone knows diehard Habs fan right here. This team, they're not making the playoffs. They're not making the playoffs. You don't get swept by the Chicago Blackhawks in a season.
That's tough.
Listen,
that's
sorry,
real tough.
Connor Bedard, he's going to be a great player. He's already a great player.
Yeah.
He's just put in an unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
But like the Montreal, they're not making the playoffs. You don't lose to the Chicago Blackhawks twice in one season and deserve to make the playoffs. Well, I'll talk about that right now. So, as you guys have been known, David knows, I've been betting on the teams that either need the Habs to lose.
You've been betting against the Canadians the last few games.
I have.
I don't know if I'd call you a Montreal Canadiens fan after that.
That's what I was saying. But at the end of the day, money's one thing, right? Your heart is something else, right? I know how much Silky cares about. Hey,
this guy cares more about.
You look at old Shahi, right? Like I'm loyal to a fault, right? Like I'm loyal to a fault. Any one of my boys, I cheer for all of my boys' teams, right? Obviously, I got Clarkson. Now I got the Dallas Stars. Now I got the Texas Stars, right? Fuck me, I got the Evansville Thunderbolts for Ty, right? Like I got everybody covered every which way. Obviously, I get the like Clarkson's my number one team. I know Montreal's your number one team.
Yeah.
I think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're going through this rough patch. Let them go through this rough patch here, right? They'll win that game against Carolina on Thursday, right? They'll win that game. They'll get a point. They'll get their point. Hey, we still need Columbus to fucking – they got to win their games to get in. You think Columbus is going to win their fucking games? Fuck that.
I do, and I don't want to get into it, but we all know they're playing for something bigger than hockey right now. Yeah.
You're talking about Johnny Gaudreau?
I am. They're playing for something bigger than hockey.
Yeah, bigger than hockey, but it's bigger than hockey, but –
And they're playing great hockey right now, too.
End of the day, Gary wants the Canadians in the playoffs, right?
I agree with that.
You don't think Gary hey, were you watching that? Were you watching this game?
Yeah. There was some terrible calls there. Terrible.
Young Buck, that last penalty on old Connor Murphy, by the way, most punchable face in the NHL. Like, fuck me. I heard Shane O'Brien talking about this on Missing Curfew. That Connor Murphy, I hope he's married right now because I don't know if he's catching. I don't know if he's throwing that fucking line out there and catching anything these days. That guy is fucked.
Should we talk about why Gary might want the Habs in the playoffs?
Ivan Demidov.
A certain number 93 made his debut today.
Dave Silk does not like that number.
No, he does.
Oh, he does like that number?
He
likes 93?
Well, I think he prefers 91 because we know what's the name? Oliver / Kasperi Kapanen is going to be rocking that for the rest of the season. But yeah, listen, if the Habs will make the playoffs, this is an unmitigated disaster because they brought up Ivan Demidov, burnt a year off his contract for this specific reason. And all day the hype was a lot of people were getting annoyed on Twitter. I saw with Habs fans about Demidov this, Demidov that. And it took him Shai, would you say 10 minutes to prove he's the best forward on the team?
Okay, so I want to announce my apology right now to the country of Russia. Okay, I made a mistake. I played in a league that nobody's ever heard about, and it's actually dead. Like we had the funeral. That league is dead. I don't even want to talk about this league in front of a young buck because it's gonna fucking hurt his head or whatever. But like that's how much better of hockey that this kid's played than I've ever played in my life. But seriously, the Russians I played with, they were like, how do you explain this? Okay, like how we live in a beautiful town, right? We live in a beautiful town. We have our problems, right? I'm not going to get into any of my political views here, but we have our problems. Potsdam, New York, another great town, right? Like we live in a great continent, the continent of North America, right? There's probably some bad areas or whatever, right? But the country of Russia, this is how it works. You're from Moscow, you're a beauty. You're from fucking the outskirts, hey, fella, you're a farm animal, right? Like, no offense to any of the Russians out there. Demidov's from Moscow, I think, right?
We'll check on
Google that. Fact check that. Okay. I said that Tyler Thorpe was going to be a better player than Demidov. Well, I love Thorpe. Thorpe's got, Thorpe's going to have to prove that in his first game.
He's not from Sergeyev Posad.
Where the fuck is that? Google where that is. No, but seriously, I said that Thorpe was going to be the rookie of the year next year. Thorpe could have 50 goals. I think Demidov's going to have 60. Like, this shit is crazy. This kid is unbelievable. For him to do that in his first NHL game, I know it's against the AHL Blackhawks, but they
beat the Habs. Right?
I know they beat the Habs. What are some of the best Russians that you've played against in any of your hockey career, young buck?
Oh, fuck. I think I've only played against one.
Where they were played against?
Yeah, I think I've only played against one Russian, to be honest with you, and it was some kid in Tri-City, Nebraska. It's called Kearney, Nebraska.
Okay.
Shithole.
That's the old Tri-City Storm in the USHL, right?
Yeah, Tri-City Storm in the USHL, yeah. Artem something. He's a good player, but
checks out.
Artem, right? But yeah, good player. He was the best Russian I played, probably the only Russian I played too. But yeah. Hey, tracking back here though, boys. Silky, I think you're so off about the Montreal Canadiens missing the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Listen, I've seen this team. Their legacy is, though, of this season, we know what the legacy of the franchise is. This season, they'll go on these 5-6 game heaters, and then they'll lose 4 straight. And what if they lose their next game? They've lost 4 straight.
Yep.
Listen, if you can't beat the Blackhawks, I don't think you deserve to get in.
No, but like Silky, like when you were playing hockey, young buck, young buck. What was the best junior team you played on? Like how good? I forget how good the Surrey Eagles teams were. Was that USHL team you were on?
Don't make an answer.
Like no. But what were some of the best? Like what was the best team that you played on in your junior career? Like there must be a year where you guys were like fucking you guys would we're at the top of the table, right? Like what year was
it? It was last year in Fargo. We're gonna start the season with 16-game win streak. 50 wins in the season. Anderson Cup champions, Clark Cup champions.
Clark Cup champion?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Clark Cup champion?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't want to put that in your fucking notes, Silky? Jesus Christ. Fuck me. Okay, hey, you know what? This kid is a champion. I've been talking about my championship, right? I'm talking about 2-time Horsey. This kid's going to be 2-time Young Buck in fucking another year when they win the ACAC. Like, fuck. Anyway, okay. But okay, going back to that year in Fargo, North Dakota, by the way, Silky. Is that, if you didn't know, Fargo, North Dakota, beautiful town. We'll just say it's a beautiful town. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go beautiful town. But okay, during that season, obviously in the bullshit junior leagues that I played in, I played on one, on a sick Bellingham Blazers team in the Western States Hockey League, like. You got, we would have fucking Southern Oregon Spartans rolling in. They're fucking dog shit. They got 3 guys who got arrested for fucking domestic disputes or whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? Like they're top player. Hey, where's their leading goal scorer? Oh, he got a DUI last night. Okay, all right, fella. Right? Like we're like, hey, we're gonna kick the shit out of these guys, right? Like we're gonna kick the shit out of these guys. We're gonna have a good time. The Western Washington University is here at the sorority house, right? We're gonna have a good time.
Are you saying that's the attitude the Habs had coming into this game?
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying you take these teams lightly. These teams that might not be, you think, you know what, we're going to kick the shit out of this team. you know, the black, say you're the Canadians, right? Say you're Brendan Gallagher sitting in that dressing room, right? You're like, hey, boys, fucking, like, where are we going after this, right? Where are we going? Right? Like, Canadian Goolies, right? I'm a fucking WHL champion. I got a horse on the line here. I got 2-time horseman on the line here. Like, hey, horse, you want to fly down, fella? Hey, we're going to make the playoffs tonight. We're going to fucking, you know, we're going to go have a time. You know what? You take these teams lightly. Right, Young Buck, you know how it is when you're in Fargo, right? Like a bullshit team. Who was dog shit that year? Fucking, how was Youngstown that year?
Oh, Youngstown sucked too. We beat them 8-2.
Exactly, right? But there's probably that odd night where you're like, hey, Youngstown's rolling. We pumped the shit out of these guys 8-2. They don't even got my 8. When your brother was there, it's a different story, right? But Trey leaves, all of a sudden, Youngstown, the whole goddamn city went to shit, right? Like, Youngstown, Ohio, it's probably not even a city anymore. Hey, Trey leaves, they're like, what do we do, right? Like, anyways, but you go into these games and you're like, we're going to kick the shit at a certain team. They're at the bottom of the table here. And then you go in, you take them lightly, right? You take them lightly. Yeah. Habs hop out to a 2-0 lead tonight. Demidov. Right? Demidov by himself pretty much. But and then you're like, you know what? They coast, you coast. And next thing you know, like at the end of the day, you're playing a fucking match against any team in any league, right? There's a chance that team, it doesn't matter if they got 3 guys with fucking, 4 toes, right? Like, it doesn't matter. They have a chance of winning that fucking game, right? They might have the ugliest squad. They might have guys who have never been laid before. They might have guys who, they're like, oh, you know what? Like, I was talking to this girl, but, like, she doesn't like me, but I like her. But, you might have guys who don't have confidence. But you know what? They get on the ice, right? All you need to do is snap around for fucking 60 minutes, right? Like, you might have the best 60 minutes of your life. And next thing you know, they're up 3-2, right?
I know, fella. Once we tied that game, though, I thought it was.
You don't think that Levchinov was taking that personally when the whole crowd's like, Demidov, oh my God, Demidov. He probably was listening to our podcast last week and being like, oh my God, look at these assholes talking about Demidov. I'm going to have the game of my life tonight in Montreal. He's probably going to suck forever, right? But, like, at the end of the day, I still think the Canadians, they beat Carolina, right? Marty St. Louis is going to have that team dialed.
2 weeks ago?
Sorry?
Didn't they beat Carolina like 2 weeks ago?
Oh,
they got pumped.
And then Jack guy didn't. That's why he hasn't played since. I don't think.
No, I think Jack had a tough game, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's been in the lineup since.
You think Arber's gonna go back to Costco?
If Mike doesn't go there first.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, Young Buck.
But so let's hear him. Let's hear him why I should be confident. Why should I be confident?
Let's hear you. Let's talk old Silkoff off the ledge here, right? Like let's give him some confidence. Let's going into this. I believe in the Canadians. I still believe in the Canadians. I know. I think you do as well. Let's tell Silkoff why he should believe in his boys.
I think the main reason right now, Martin St. Louis. Guy played in the playoffs. I don't even know how many times. All right, Martin St. Louis. You got Samuel Montembeault, great goalie. Tough night tonight. I think he should have had the second, but we're not going to talk about that. I think that the Columbus Blue Jackets having to win 2 games in a row
in regulation as well. So
in regulation is.
What's their schedule? Check their schedule.
I know it by heart.
Who they got?
They're in Philly tomorrow night, and then they got the Islanders at home.
Philly fired Torts, and all of a sudden they're fucking world beaters. So you never know. They could beat whoever they could beat any team in the league. Philly.
Yeah, seriously. If you the Habs can't even beat the bottom feeder Blackhawks, and the Blue Jackets are out here beating in the Capitals 11-1 in one weekend.
The Capitals were still they were drunk. I'm not going to make the Young Buck answer this one because obviously the guy's got something to play for here and he's got something to live for here. Like I'll answer this one. The fucking Capitals were shit-faced this week. Are you kidding me right now? They probably went to Columbus and found that one bar in Columbus and they just got shit-faced. Ryan Leonard, he's a hell of a player, right? This guy left BC. He's like, this is the NHL. We just booze all day. It's unbelievable, right? Like, fuck. Like, at the end of the day, the Caps don't give a fuck, right? I think that Philly, right, they got guys who are playing for their NHL lives, right? Like, hey, Tails, you know how it is, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, unless you're Ovechkin himself, like, the end of the season, you're on a bad team. These guys have something to play for. They're playing for their reputations for next season, right? These guys want to get the hell out of their situations. They want to go to contenders. They want to sign new deals. They want to make more money. It doesn't matter, right? This is the NHL. This isn't the Coast Hockey League where I'm a champion, right? This is the NHL. Doesn't matter if it's game 82 and you're fucking 50 points out of the playoffs. You're gonna play hard. I think you're not giving these teams, Philly and whoever else that Columbus is playing the game.
I will say the one thing that's giving me hope is Patrick Waugh's team goes out there. This all cannot matter by tomorrow night, but if it does matter, if the Habs lose, if the what do you call it? Jackets win tomorrow night in regulation.
Yeah.
The Habs will lose in regulation on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I'm going to the Vancouver Canadians game Wednesday night.
Can I come?
If you want, we got 3 tickets right now, but me, my brother, and my other friend. But if you want to buy one, sure, go ahead. It's like $20.
Can I sit with you?
Yeah, it should be fine.
Okay. Hey,
we'll get back to that.
Can we FaceTime the Young Bucks?
We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that.
Can you gamble those games?
I don't think so.
Well, fine. We'll
Yeah, but hypothetically, if there's a scenario where the Islanders have to beat the Jackets, the only thing I have hope for is Patrick Waugh wants to go to playoff games in Montreal.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
That's the only thing I have hope for right now.
I put my gloves on. I was wearing a jersey. I had the fight strap on earlier, right? Like, hey, fuck. All right, I'm fired up here. I'm fired up. I want playoff hockey in Montreal. Obviously, the Young Bucks sitting there in Potsdam, New York. That ain't that far of a trek from Montreal, right?
Hey, it's a Montreal game this year. I'm a Montreal.
Oh, hey, whoa, hey, whoa. We got young Shahi. We got young Shahi on the line here. One second. Hey, he's been wanting to talk to you, Tails. Hey, young Buck, he's been wanting to talk to you. 1 second. Hey, Kabir, you're. Oh fuck.
Okay, so the call ended.
Call ended. We'll call back. But hey, continue on. Continue on.
It's just this team, man. They stress. I would have rather been eliminated by now, to be honest.
I think they're gonna make it.
1 second here, boys. Hey, Kabir, you're live here on Nothing's Offside. We got the young bug here, Tate Taylor. What the fuck is going on? Hello. All right, that's my family for you. They don't give a shit about the old buck.
Okay. So
he's going back. Holy fuck. Hey, Kabir. Yeah. Hey, you're live here on Nothing's Offside. We got the young buck himself, Tate Taylor. Any questions you got for the young buck? I know how much you look up to his game. Silky smooth D-man. Do you want to say hi to the young buck?
What's up, Tate?
What's up, young Shahi? How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Just chilling.
This is great podcasting here. Kabir, just congratulate Tate on his season. Obviously, I know you want to hop on the ice with the young buck this summer. Learn the tricks of the trade. Learn how to be one of the best D-men in ECAC next season. Just quickly, just ask him out to go on the ice with them, like the same way you would ask a chick out to go on a date. Okay.
Oh yeah. I want to first off give all congratulations to all the success he's had, and obviously, if any opportunity comes, I'd love to learn from one of the best guys and hop on the ice.
Yeah. All right. Young buck, what do you think? Hey, he ain't like the old Buck Shaw here. Hey, this is a real player. He's a real player.
Actual player. Right? No, I'd love to get on the ice with him. Let's do it.
All right. Hey.
Where's he playing right now?
Yeah, he played last year in Hockeyettan. It's the third pro league in Sweden.
Oh shit! No way.
Yeah. He played 16 games of in that top junior league, and then he got the old call up to was that career Falu IF? Yeah. Is that it's kind of like the Potsdam, New York of Sweden.
It's right on the sign.
Right. Yeah. It's actually on the sign. Hey, Kabir, just real quick here. We're just gonna. This will go back to the young buck here. How were the chicks in Falu?
Yeah, I see this.
Yeah, they were great. But I'll tell you, you just got to go there and experience for yourself. All
right, hey, that's good. Young buck, how were the chicks in Potsdam, New York?
You'll find the odd good-looking gal here and there, but a Potsdam 7, probably a Vancouver 2.
Vancouver 2. How would you compare the girls in Sweden to the girls in Vancouver, young Shahi?
You can't really compare it. It's like Christmas and Easter.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but hey, we'll get you on the pod another time. Thank you for your time, young Shahi. We'll make sure you get on the ice this summer with the old Taylor boys. Don't disappoint me because you know how much I care about these boys, right? All right, let's switch gears here.
Yeah, let's switch gears.
Fucking hell!
So
I need a smoke.
Before we get into our next topic, before we get into that, I'm worried about the Habs. These two don't seem to be so much.
Can we actually mute that out?
Yeah, we'll mute that out.
That's fucked up. I don't know who that was, but
39-minute mark. Remember that 39-minute mark.
Hey, young buck. I apologize for my brother's idiot buddy there. That's cool. That's uncalled for. That is not ECAC hockey.
39. I got it right there. 39-minute mark.
I apologize.
But okay, so these two don't think I should be worried about the Habs. Overall, I'll just say, bottom line for the Habs, next 5 years, not stressed at all. Next 48 hours, I am completely stressed out of my mind.
What do you like? I don't understand this. If I was okay,
would you rather be in Columbus's spot than this spot?
Would you rather be Columbus?
I guess it's a bit tougher because you got to win 2 games in 3 periods specifically. No,
but also it's like at the end of the day, think about this. Like, hey, we are all Canucks, right? Like, I know we're all Canucks.
I just hate scoreboard watching.
At the end of the day, I was talking to Tails, and when we're talking, you know what we talk about? Like, I got the old FaceTime from Tails after a hard fought match in Grand Rapids, Michigan, right? And we're talking, and you know, like the first thing that comes out of my mouth is, how was Sheldon Dries? You know, I might be the only person thinking about Sheldon Dries in that situation. You know why?
Why?
He's a Canuck. We're all Canucks, right? Like, at the end of the day, like, even Tails, I was like, hey, you see Sheldon Dries out there, you talk to him, be like, hey, fella, we're all Canucks, right? Like, I know Tails doesn't he can't say that, but I can say that for Tails, right? Because I am a Canuck. Right now, he is a Dallas Star. I am a Dallas Star, but at the end of the day, in my mind, in the back of my head, I'm always thinking, how are these guys doing? How is Riley Stillman on the Chicago Wolves? How is fucking Spencer Martin on the Chicago Wolves, right? You grew up being a Canucks fan, right? Like, would you rather be in the Canucks situation or the Habs situation here?
Well, breaking news here on the pod: the Canucks did just sign Tom Willander to a deal.
All right,
but still, okay. Well, we're not gonna get into the Canucks here, but
Tom Willander, you kidding me? We're like look who we're talking. Hey, is Tom Willander going to be one of the D-men in ECAC next year? Nope. I didn't think so. Hey, see you, Tom. All right,
but no, much rather be in the Habs situation than most of these teams in the East, to be honest.
Yeah.
But forget the East, the league. But yeah, it's going to be a stressful next Wednesday and Thursday, 72 hours.
Yeah.
Overall, it's such a crazy scenario that I just fear it's going to happen. It's just such a crazy scenario that it's even gotten to this point. I will say they did lose to 2 better teams over the weekend. They did lose to 2 better teams in Ottawa and Toronto. Yeah. They did lose to 2 better teams. So you can't take much from that. Tonight was unacceptable, though. Well, we're not going to get into this. The refs did fucking screw them. And I don't usually blame refs, but that was bullshit. And in the shootout.
Well, we don't kind of bore the people with the details. We don't got to bore the young buck with the details of that game. Like, at the end of the day, I'm on Twitter right now. Rule 37.2. Any potential goal requiring video review must be reviewed prior to and or during the next stoppage of play. No goal may be awarded as a result of a video review once play is resumed. What happened? It shouldn't have counted. That goal shouldn't have counted. It should have counted, but once the play happened, it should have counted. It should have counted originally, but once Laine took his shot, you can't go back and count that as a goal. Yeah, right. Or at the end of the day, then you got to count that goal and you got to let Laine redo his shootout attempt. Yeah, I agree. I that's what I think. That's my 2 cents. Hopefully Gary listens to this.
If Marty was smart, he would have threw Ivan out there, but
I ain't gonna go there. Like I really do love Marty St. Louis as a coach. That
Silky put a hell of a move on that goalie too.
Sorry.
Suzuki put a hell of a move on that goalie.
Hell of a move. It's just a tough balance. Like we're at the bar and you're spitting game. You're at the Rocks. You're spitting game, and you're at that back bar, and Cat's slinging you drinks, and you're sitting there and you're talking to that 9.2, and you got the confidence, right? You got that little liquid courage going, and you're like, hey baby, like what's going on? Hey, like I'm from here. Where are you from? Oh, you're from South Delta. Oh, that's cool, right? and you're doing that conversation, like you got that confidence, and then you just that one, then she hits you with that, what's my name? And you're like, oh, right? Like, you're like, oh, that's tough bounce, right? Tough bounce, right? Tough bounce for Suzuki.
How am I supposed to remember? What's my name?
Yeah, what's my name? Yeah, exactly. I mean, but these chicks, they remember. They're like, oh, you're Shahi. I'm like, holy fuck, hey, thank you, right? Like, thank you for remembering, right? Good bounce for them, tough bounce for me. I'm like, Cassandra, and she's like, my name's Sarah. I'm like, fuck, right? Tough bounce. All right. Anyways, let's tell these people who the podcast is brought to you by this week. Obviously, we got young Silky, one of our producers, Brandon.
Yeah.
This podcast, featuring the young buck himself, ECAC, next year's top D man. This podcast is brought to you by Poncho's Tacos. Right, just a couple words on Poncho's Tacos.
Oh yeah, they're back, April 25th. Brandon won't be so much on the main floor this year. He'll be doing stuff behind the scenes.
Is he gonna be fucking slinging those tacos?
No,
throwing the old
not
carne
this year.
asada on those tacos?
Not this year. No, he's gonna be doing the marketing. Go check out their account. Posted a pretty cool video yesterday.
Yep.
Can't lie, for did content there. But yeah, Poncho's Tacos, April 25th. Savor the flavor.
Savor the flavor.
That's who our
tell the people where they can find Poncho's Tacos.
Yeah, Richmond Night Market, believe April 25th. Like you've been saying, that is in exactly 11 days. 11 days from now. 11 days from now, we'll be having some tacos at Poncho's Tacos. Richmond Night Market. One of the more affordable spots down there.
What are the hours looking at the old Poncho's Tacos? The old night market. What time is that night market open till? What time is it open? What time is that close?
I think it's 5 p.m. till like 2 a.m. on weekends.
2 a.m. fella.
Friday through Monday, I believe.
I'm back from the roller at Poncho's Tacos.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're leaving the roller at 2, but
leaving the roller at 2 a.m.
Like you're if you're having a couple at the old Cactus Club and at the old Richmond Center, you're having a couple at Earl's. You know what? You're like, these fucking tacos at Earl's suck. Roll over to Poncho's Tacos, hit up our boy, Little Silkoff, Brandon Silkoff, hit up his boys there at old Poncho's Tacos, and everybody needs a little bit of food at the end of the night, right? Like
exactly.
late night. Obviously, not for the young buck. He's got the strict diet. He's only on the waters, and he's got the old strict diet.
Water, chicken, and rice.
Water, chicken, rice, steak. And I heard you had steak and eggs today, young buck?
Yeah, steak and eggs tonight. It was unbelievable.
You seen that guy on the TikTok who does like, hey, like you're hot. Like, what's your fucking fitness routine, right? Like, you seen that guy on the
Santa Cruz?
No. Body by Mark, whatever, on a TikTok.
Oh yeah, Bodies by Mark. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I love it when he's in NYC or in LA and he's like stops. He's like, holy shit, you're hot. Like, what do you do for your work? He just wants to talk to hot chicks, right? Like, but like at the end of the day, it's like let's do a little Body by Marks with the young buck, right? Like, all right, hey, you're in phenomenal shape, young buck. Like, take us through your fucking workout routine. What's your workout routine right now before you come back for the offseason? What are you doing? What's your day-to-day look like? What time are you working out at? What are you doing? And what does that week of workouts look like?
So right now we're in spring training. Spring training is not very fun. It's hard. So it's usually like today was 8 reps of a bunch of different exercises, reverse lunge, reverse sliding lunges with your leg. So 8 reps of that, and then kind of 8 reps down the board, really, except for a couple on and off.
So today was more of a leg day?
Yeah, no, and then we hit the upper body in the second part there, and then we did an auxiliary after, so which is like a little circuit part at the end, and then we got upstairs and we had to sprint around the rink for a minute straight 3 times, and it's a bagger. It was hard. So most of the workouts are like that right now, just trying to gain some muscle and stay in shape, build some muscle, build some cardiac power, so you can take if you get stuck out there on the ice, then you're good to go in the season.
What's your diet looking like? I know during the season it might be a little bit different. What is the diet looking like from now going into the off season? Like what, like, you know, if anybody, you know, like I know a lot of young kids at home, they, you know, like they're probably watching this. Like if you're over the age of what's the age range for my podcast? Like if you're, what do you gotta be, like 9 years old to watch this?
I'd say, on YouTube, I specifically put not for kids. So.
Okay, all right. Well, like, you know, like, if you're a kid who's maybe, you know, graduating high school and you're like, you know, like maybe you can't.
I'd say 18 to or 19 to like let's see. My dad's like 60. Yeah, 59.
You know what? If you're a guy at home and you're, you know, like, you know, you're looking like, well, I need a routine here, whatever. Like, I need to change my diet. Young Buck, what does your diet look like? So the people at home, maybe they want to look like the Young Buck. They want to attract the, you know, like that female clientele like the Young Buck does. Top ECACD man next year, 25, 26. What does your diet look like right now? And you know, going through the offseason, like what do you have for breakfast? What do you have for lunch? What do you have for dinner? What are you doing for your snacks? Like, what does that look like for you?
Yeah, usually in the mornings, wake up. I'm on like a meal plan this year, so a little bit limited. But we'll usually go to Row in the morning. It's our dining hall.
Yes.
Crack 4 eggs, 4 eggs in a bowl of yogurt. Get some, I don't know, a bunch of protein in. Go to class. Get a coffee, maybe a little yogurt parfait. A couple hours later, and then for lunch, usually get a sub. Chicken, bacon, get some protein in you, get some carbs in you, go work out. And then tonight it was steak and eggs. So I probably had like 9 eggs today and a bunch of steak. So lots of eggs, lots of rice, I would say. Yeah.
You know, just because you said that, I'm gonna whip out the old hard boiled eggs here. I'm gonna have fucking egg here. Fuck me, I gotta get down with the body fat here. I'm gonna have fucking
live on the pod.
Live on the pod. I'm gonna have a hard boiled egg here.
It's like Tate and I had the exact same breakfast today. Almost. It's probably a bit more different than mine. Probably a bit better. But yeah, eggs, yogurt, Shahi. We'll get you on that. We'll get you on that this off season.
4 eggs, yogurt, put a little bacon and cheese on there. That's all you need.
Did a little eggs, egg whites, yogurt, fruit, some honey on there.
Sounds unbelievable.
Yeah. Look at Shahi on that. He's dedicated.
I'm gonna wash that down with a little raspberry white claw. What was the nutrients on this thing? 100 calories, fucking.
Hey, we're making smarter choices.
Smarter choices. Hey, I'm off the beer for a minute.
What about those mango bellinis?
I don't know if that's great for the old diet, Phil. I don't know if that's all great for the old diet. I know in the summer we're all sitting out the fucking couch. So we're like, hey boys, where are we going tonight? Where are we going tonight? I always watch. I'm like, hey, like, what are the boys having? Right? Like, what's Rob having? Right? Like, what are some of these guys who got like, you know, like they're still playing. When I was still playing, I was in a decent shape. I wasn't in the best shape, but like, you know, like it's probably why I'm not playing right now. There's a lot of reasons why I'm not playing right now. But anyways, that we don't got to get into that. But like, you know, the old Buck Shaw, he's always looking for different ways to, you know, like how can I go on the roller with more confidence, right? I'm like, yeah, maybe I get in better shape, maybe I drop down the body fat percentage, maybe I don't have a beer, maybe I have that vodka soda, maybe I don't have the calamari, maybe I have that old cucumber roll, right? Like different things. Obviously, my lifestyle a little bit different than the Young Bucks, right?
Yeah.
No, but that's great. I think the people at home will really find that interesting, right? Like they'll maybe they can incorporate a little bit of that in their diets, and they can incorporate some of those workouts in there. And all we're trying to do is make people healthier around here at Nothing's Offsides, right? Like, well, we want healthy people around here. We want people that are listening to our show. We want them to, you know, like live that lifestyle without maybe living that lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Just have fun with it.
Have fun with it.
Responsible.
Have fun with it. Be responsible. Maybe mix in a salad if you're fat. So like, you know what I mean? Like different things, right? Like.
All right, now our last topic we'll get into here. The Young Buck can say if he wants, but if we want the people to start eating like the Young Buck, be making money like the Young Buck's going to be making here pretty soon.
Yeah.
So NHL playoffs will be starting on Saturday. We don't know all the matchups yet. Do have some NBA matchups. And, you know, here I've been known to dabble into the gambling world.
This is your
a little bit here.
specialty here.
So to end off the pod here, I'm going to get into a little my NBA betting card that I got right now for the playoffs. These are some bets I actually have right now. So I know we're not all big ball fans here, but we're all in the business of making money here, right? That's at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I'll get into a few here, Shahi and Tate, if you want to just stop me at any time. If you have any questions, thoughts, we'll just get into it here. Number one, we're looking at series winners.
Yep.
The Clippers right now are plus money, plus 100 to take down the Denver Nuggets in the first round. That's a bet I really like. Clippers are playing great basketball right now. Jokic is, I think he doesn't need exactly like the young buck.
He's more. Jokic's more on the old Shahi diet.
Yeah, he doesn't. But at the end of the day, probably tough to fade him. But Clippers to win the series at plus 100 is a bet I will be making. Then also for that same series, if I think the Clippers are going to win, I think it will be in at least 6 games. I don't think they're winning.
I'll let you cover it. I'm gonna go grab my notes. I'll be right back. You continue on with the NBA preview. Young Buck, obviously not a gambler.
Not a gambler.
So we'll you do this. Young Buck, stay on the line. I have a special guest coming up for you in about 3 to 4 minutes here, okay? You're gonna want to stick around for this. Thank you so much for your time, Young Buck. We really appreciate it over here. Nothing's Offside. Obviously, how much how much love I got for you. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you much for doing this. I'll be right back. Silky, take it away.
Yeah. So we said Clippers plus 100. That's a bet I like for the playoffs. Clippers to win in at least 6 games. They can win the series in 4, 5, or 6 games. That is plus 185. Another bet I'm looking at is Lakers in at least 4, 5, or 6 games. That is plus 115. We'll be betting that. Another one is the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, and we saw what Luka Doncic did to Rudy Gobert. Still can't believe that guy's on the Lakers. But yeah, I got the Lakers over the Wolves in at least 4, 5, or 6 games at plus 115. Not going to lie to you guys, I do have a Montreal Canadiens Stanley Cup future bet. As of 1 week ago, not looking good.
They're going to make the playoffs. We're not going back to this topic.
I'm going to go back to this topic. It's going to be a rough 72 hours.
It might be a rough 72 hours.
Yeah. But then besides that, like I said, we don't know all the matchups yet. We only got 4 out of the 8 series right now because we got the stupid play-in games. Thank you, Adam Silver. We will be going into that. Actually, let's get into this, Tate, about the playoffs, kind of NHL playoffs. I've been a big proponent of Bettman needs to go back to this 1v8 format. I hate this Kings versus Oilers round 4. Like, nobody wants this anymore. We're getting Florida and Tampa, it looks like, in round 1. We got 2 cup contenders. I think those are the 2 best teams in the East. Yeah. Those 2 teams, one of them's going home in round 1. So I think this is something that we need to go back to the 1-8. I know most of the time it ends up being the 1v8, blah, blah, blah. But Toronto, Tampa, and Florida are probably the 3 best teams in the East. And Washington. Washington, obviously. We can't disrespect Washington, too. But what are your thoughts on, do we need to go back to the 1v8?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I think the 1v8, I've been saying this. I've been talking this with your little brothers, young Silky there. And I think 1v8 makes so much more sense. It makes it more interesting. The travel can't be that much further, to be honest with you. How much?
Gary wants rivals. Sorry to interrupt you. He wants to create rivals. It's not so much about the travel. He wants rivalries. You know what creates rivalries? The playoffs anyway. These teams see each other all the regular season. They already hate each other. Like Vancouver, Chicago when we were growing up. How much of a rivalry was that when we were growing up? Those teams hated each other. If we have this stupid division format, I
still hate Boston losing in the finals. We played them 1 series. I still hate Boston.
Boston. It's nice to see them near at the bottom. Can't lie to you right now. It's nice to see them near the bottom.
I'm with you there. Yeah, but the Sunshine Fuckfest there in Florida, they're like you can't have those guys be playing each other in the first round. Second round, sure, but they're two of the best teams in the league.
I guess the argument is we get them at their freshest, so we know who the two best teams are. But I'm with you. I hate this format. I hate these same matchups we get every year. I guess it is pretty cool. This year it's an exception maybe because we're getting this Rantanen versus Avs storyline, which is pretty cool. That's like an NBA subplot type of thing.
Speaking of a good series, how about the one we're gonna get to watch between the Ottawa Senators and the Toronto Maple Leafs?
It's looking like that. And if you make me pick today, I'm leaning Ottawa.
Yeah,
I'm leaning Ottawa in this series over the Leafs. How about you?
I love Ottawa's game, to be honest with you. There's a couple guys here that are huge Sens fans, and I'm all for Ottawa.
Yeah, I was gonna pick Montreal to beat Washington, but I mean you can't even beat fucking Chicago twice this season.
What are we're on the NHL here?
Yeah, we're talking. Should we go back to the 1v8?
Yeah, I think 1v8 is the way to go.
Yeah, we're talking about how we're going to be getting Tampa and Florida.
The Sunshine Fuckfest got to be a second round series.
Yeah, that's got to be a second. But what's it look like right now for Tampa? Who's Tampa probably going to be playing here?
Florida.
They're playing Florida?
It's looking like it. And what is it fair to say that could be the conference final in round one? Those are the two best teams. All right, Shai, you got this guest coming up here? Or
the guest is...
Where are we going here? Hey, Shai, talk to the crowd.
No, I'm just trying to figure this out real quick here. Trying to get the older brother on the line here. I think he's too busy doing National League things.
Prepping for my boy Tokarski.
Prepping for Tokarski. 16 years pro. Just quickly, you know how much we respect the vets, right? Support the troops. Michael Pezzetta, 200 career NHL games. What a player that he's been for the Canadians. Probably played his last game at old 200 there.
Probably.
Who else do we got?
Logan Couture. Logan Couture
retiring.
What a career.
Just young buck, your thoughts on Logan Couture's career? I know we all grew up watching him. He was probably 30 when young buck was born, but like young buck,
he's been stealing checks for a while here, but
no, he's been stealing checks for a long time here. But seriously, what else? Who else in the NHL that we got to shout out here? The big rig, Pat Maroon. I got a chance to see Pat Maroon in person, live in the flesh. That is a fucking huge human being. I was shit-faced at Old Rogers Place in Edmonton, Alberta. I was there with the old Hagel clan. Shout out the Hagels. Just a huge human being. I congratulate him on playing at that size in the NHL and being an effective force out there. You know what? I didn't want to have this one, but I'm going to have to just for old Patty here. Patty, I know you're listening. This White Claw is for you, fella. Thank you, Patty, for everything you've done for the game of hockey. That tastes like Patty Maroon. No, but seriously, let's just go here. What do we got here? We got 10 minutes left in this show.
We can't forget about
Alec Martinez. Alec Martinez from south of the border. Just a hell of a D-man. I always look up to his game, right? I know the young buck was always looking up after the flashy guys because he's flashy himself, right? The old silky, smooth, ECAC D-man fucking going D to D, fucking, up in the play. I was always after those unsung heroes, eh? I was shy. He was always like, Alec Martinez. Scored the game-winning goal, the Stanley Cup winning goal in the finals against New Jersey Devils? New York Rangers. My bad. Against the New York Rangers. Hell of a career for both those guys. Young Buck. Let's just do story time here. Let's do story time
To end it off
here. I got a quick story here. I was on FaceTime. I went to that Tampa Bay Lightning Edmonton Oilers game at Rogers Place this past January. I had a couple too many. I'm not. Hand up. I had a couple too many. Right. I had the old fight strap on, and I'm at Rogers Place, and next thing I know, I'm at the old Ole Tequila Lounge, Young Buck. Ole Tequila Lounge. You don't know anything about that because you're on the waters. On the waters. But got there early, hanging out there with Brandon Hagel's brother, Beauty, Tyler Hagel. Where I get lost from the crew, and next thing you know, I'm climbing the elevators, and I act like I'm owning the place, right? They think I am Jujhar Khaira, but you know what I mean? Anyways, I'm climbing up the stairs. I go to the Ole Lounge, and I'm like, hey, I'll get a double, right? She goes $47. I go, hey, no problem, right? At that time, once you had a couple too many here in Edmonton, Alberta, money ain't a problem, right? It's like how much booze can you buy? I'm at the Ole Lounge, and next thing you know, I turn around. I'm actually on the horn there with old Tate Taylor, right? Like I'm like, hey Taylor, the old Rogers Place here. Hey, fella, what's going on? And turn my head. I go,
Oh, fella, let's wait for these guys.
Oh, they're coming for me. Hey, they're coming for old shot. Yeah. All right, never mind. They passed. No, but seriously, I'm at the old Ole Lounge, and I'm on the horn with Tails, and I turn my head, and I'm like, Tails, stay on the line, but I ain't gonna say anything to you for a second here, right? I turn my head up. Was that old beauty, Craig McTavish? Like, fuck, it was Craig McTavish. He goes, hey, Craig, fella, hey, Mac T, how you doing? He goes, hey, kid, how's it going? I go, hey, you want a double? He goes, I'm on the singles. I go, hey, get my boy Mac T a single. I go, you've been to those Clarkson Golden Knights games, eh, Mac T? Hey, you working for the Oilers still, fella? You've been to Potsdam, New York, eh, Mac T? He goes, what do you mean? I go, I got a silky smooth D man for you, right? I go, I got two of them. I got old Trey, and I got the young buck himself. Hey, he goes, the young buck? Hey, Mac T snaps his head like that. Just fucking snaps his head like that. Like, hey, you know when you're going back for a puck, hey, young buck, you going back for that puck? You fucking shoulder check. Every which way, right? You're going shoulder checks, right? And next thing you know, Mac T snaps his head. He goes, are you talking about the young buck? I go, I know the young buck. I go, he's a family friend over here at Nothing's Offside. We didn't even have the podcast. I still told him Nothing's Offside, eh? I go, he goes, you tell the young buck. Mac T's watching, and Mac T likes what he's seeing. Hey, so young buck, I just want to tell you, Mac T's watching. Last guy ever to go no helmet in an NHL game. I went.
Is it?
Yep.
It's not Jamie Benn?
No helmet. No helmet. Not no visor. No helmet.
I swear I saw Jamie Benn a couple times over at Rogers going no.
The guy was floating around. Like he was going hard. No, I didn't mean floating around. I mean like he's going hard. He's playing the Stanley Cup Finals in '94. Guy's got no helmet on. Like that's next level.
National League.
That's next level nails. That's next level National League. Silky, quick story from you, just regarding the young buck here.
The young buck, it's been knowing the guy for years. Believe it or not, our family's been connected for a long time. Grew up. My brother, Little Silk, started his hockey journey at the same time as this young buck right here. Yeah. Unbelievable.
You remember the last time we saw that entire group of young bucks together?
They were. They're still young bucks.
They were enjoying a nice Christmas break there at the old Cactus Club, right? We were all in, and I go, hey boys, I just remember all the young bucks are like, who's that Shy? Like, hey, Jesus, Shy, what the fuck happened? Why are you looking like this these days? I go, hey boys, hey, take it easy on old buck here, right? And you could be facing.
No, we'll wrap it up here quickly.
We're good. So. Anyways, just quickly, right? Like, see all these young kids, and I'm like, hey boys, come on, let's go have some Chinese food at the old what's that place called?
Grill Party.
No
right? Free shout outs here, but they earned it.
No free shout outs, they earned it. They take care of the boys. And next thing you know, right, I'm hanging out with the young bucks, dude, hell of a time. I love these young bucks. I always take care of these young bucks. Hey, we're sitting at that old blackjack table. Hey, table win, table win, table win. Hey. Like Young Buck wasn't playing because he was on the waters. He was watching. He was having a good time. But that's my story about the Young Buck. Any good stories that you want to share before we end this thing off? Anything else that you have to say?
No, boys. I think I shared the story I wanted to share, taking out those tables there. Thought it would give the boys a good laugh. No, but boys, thanks for having me on. I think I texted you out here when I heard you guys had a pod going, and I was like, "Fuck, get me on there." I love
Anytime, Young Buck, you're always welcome on Nothing's Offside. Anytime you got anything on your chest and you want to share it to the masses, we're gonna make sure that this gets shared in Pod 7 New York. We gotta find a way to get this out there, right? Like people want to hear from the Young Buck. Hey, like look at
showing some personality,
beautiful hair. Hey, look at this kid. Hey, any of you young ladies over there in Pottstown, New York, you want to talk to the Young Buck? Make sure you got an older sister. Send her Shawty's way. I'll send you my boys' way. Hey, fella, hey, we'll get you going with the old Young Buck. Hey,
we'll set you up with something if you boys get out here this week or the next year.
Lastly, we thank you so much for coming on. This has been really great. You know how much love I got for you, and especially Trey, and even Ty as well, and shout out to the youngest Taylor, right? Tate, right? Like great family. Some of the best people you can meet. Great hockey players, but some of my closest friends, obviously Trey, but the Young Buck as well. Ty. Taste, all of them, right? Like they're I got so much love for all the Taylors. I just want to say thank you. Obviously, you're gonna have all the success, but we're gonna wish you good luck anyways. Obviously we're gonna see you right this summer, right, Silky? Right? Hopefully we can do this in person next time. Yeah. Get you down to the old Ocean Club here, as we like to call it, right? The old OC, the old studio. It'll be great. And then hopefully next season, right? Me and the old Silky here, we can come down to Pot 7 New York, watch a game in person, do a live show, maybe get some of the boys on the old pod, right? Hey,
I could see it.
Well, I could see it, right? Hey, we know you got things to do. We know you're hard at work. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.
Perfect, boys. Hey, appreciate it. Stay in touch here, and thanks again for having me on. And can't wait to see you boys out in Pot 7 New York next year.
Promise me I shouldn't be nervous right now, Tate. Promise me I shouldn't be nervous.
No, you shouldn't be nervous.
Say the Canadians are getting in.
The Canadians are getting in. Hey, that's the main thing about this podcast right here. The Canadians are getting in the playoffs. You could actually name it. The Canadians are getting in the playoffs if you want to.
Name the pod.
We'll see. Demidov looks good. Hopefully, we only get one more game of him this season. And go Golden Knights. We're all Golden Knights.
Clarkson hockey, baby. Clarkson hockey.
There we go.
Clarkson Knights.
All right,
Young Buck. Thanks so much.
Episode 2, great time with Tate Taylor, the Young Buck, of Clarkson, Golden Knights, the future 2026 NCAA champions.
And future ECAC D-Man of the Year. And you know what? I'm going to say it now. Hobie Baker. Hey, we're going to be pushing that train over here. Nothing's offside. Hobie Baker. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Love it, boys. I love it.
All right, Tails. Thanks so much. Hey, Young Buck, we love you. And we'll talk to you soon.
All right. See you, fellas.
All right. Wait. We'll let Tails log off here, and then we'll just say a quick goodbye. Thank you so much, Tails. All right. Well, that was episode 2 of Nothing's Offsides. Thank you all for listening. We're gonna have more great guests like that all the time here. We know some pretty. We know some pretty high end hockey players over here at Nothing's Offside. Thank you so much. Cheers to the listeners. Cheers, Silky. Right. We're a work in progress over here, but hey, we're gonna get better every day, right? Hey, just get better every day. One day.
Progression's not linear, right? Progression's not linear.
No. And just quickly, Silky, it'll be okay.
Yeah,
it'll be okay.
I hope so.
The Canes will get in. We love you.